What is going on, everyone? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for being here right now, watching this video. I do really appreciate for your time, and I would really appreciate if you do consider subscribing, simply because it does truly help me out a lot. Now, we're going to be reacting to Shaunie O'Neal, basically looking crazy for saying she never loved Shaq O'Neal after marrying a pastor. Man, this is absolutely insane, bro. But overall, a lot to talk about, man. But overall, she might be capping. I don't think she can really say she never loved the guy. Maybe when she first fell in love with him, she felt a lot of love, right? But later down the line, maybe she started to question herself and certain things, and question and started to ask herself if she really loved him or not. You get what I mean? But overall, you can't really say you never loved him. That's crazy, man. I think she's just trying to show out simply because she just got married to a pastor, bro. But overall, seems like Shaq isn't really tripping off of it, if you get what I mean. He isn't really taking it too deep. I just saw him popping out with a new girl, 21 years old. So I don't know, man. That's really young, especially for Shaq. Shaq is like getting old, and he's popping out with a 21-year-old girl. But at the end of the day, bro, that is legal, and I can't tell anybody what to do with their life, bro, as long as he's happy. But yeah, man, overall, enough with the app, and let's just play the video, see what it's talking about. Then I'll share the rest of my opinion at the end of the video.
Guys, I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Shaunie O'Neal. I spoke about her previously, maybe some weeks back, might have been over a month or so. And I last spoke about her because there was a rapper by the name of Lucci Cannon. I made a video about him, and he admitted that she paid him to have relations because apparently they had been messing around, and she got with this pastor, who we'll talk more about later. And I guess right before they got married, he says that she wanted the D from him that badly that she offered to pay him money. And I'm pretty sure he accepted it. Now, Shaunie has never addressed that. She's never denied it. But you know what she is doing? She's writing books talking about her ex-husband, Shaq, a man who has been regretful of the way his marriage was and how it ended with Shaunie. But you have Shaunie talking about how she never loved him. That goes for a lot of these women who are married to professional athletes. You can see it in their body language. You look at photos of Kevin Garnett and his wife before they got divorced. Look at the body language. She looks like she doesn't even want to be around him. The lifestyle is okay, right? He's doing all these things for them, but they can't wait to get a divorce. And one of the things I saw through research was that Shaunie talked about her mother. She went into very descriptive detail about her relationship with her mother and how her mother is not very affectionate, but her mother will do a lot for her. And what's very interesting is because I believe one of the reasons why Shaunie O'Neal left Shaq is because she wanted to do things on her own. She wanted to pay her own bills. She wanted to make her own money, even though she's living off of his money, and she took his money and helped her invest in the things that she wanted to do. How you leave one dependent situation for another? Because she talks about how her mother was so happy when she divorced Shaq, which tells you a whole lot. That man took care of her, they had children together. And the fact that the grandchildren that her mother was going to help her with, she's happy that their mother divorced their father, which shows you the mentality of that, of certain women out here, and why these women of today can't find love. Their mothers are in the way. Would you rather her be with a deadbeat? Would you rather her be with a man that doesn't make any money? A man who's suspect? Be that as it may, I find it interesting how her mother was so happy, even though her mother had been married for years, right, to her husband. She never left him, I believe, until he passed away. I don't think her mother ever left him, but her mother was so happy that she left Shaq, a man who gave her a lifestyle that she has now. Because if it wasn't for Shaq, no telling who she'd be with or what type of situation she'd be in, right? She goes from one dependent situation to another, because I believe she left Shaq because she wanted to do her own thing. But your mother was waiting to do all those things for you, make the beds, make the meals, all that. You go from similar situation to another, but now she has the freedom to date. To me, I felt like she was a little bit lucky. She was unlucky in the dating department until she met Keon, the pastor, right? The pastor who got a lot of criticism for telling the woman to shush, for snapping at the woman at a church service. I tell y'all need to stop going to just any church. But be that as it may, there are things going on with him. There are certain things being said about him and also Shaunie as well. I tell y'all, a lot of these professional athletes need to be careful who you marry, because a lot of these women marry you for your lifestyle. They marry you for what you can do for them. They don't love you. They love what you can do for them. And the moment they're ready to be on their own, because again, she walked away from the marriage with millions of dollars and child support. That's why you see so many of these women, as soon as they see that their husband is about to retire, they're already on the phone with a divorce lawyer. That happened with Kevin Garnett. That's happened numerous others. A year after he retires, she wants a divorce, and they go straight after the money. This is why they don't want to sign prenups, because they want to take as much from you as they can, because they know that they'll never meet another man like you, because they don't want another man like a Shaq. She wants a man that she can control financially, that is under her thumb. So, and that's the mentality. And again, that's why so many of these women are so unlucky in love, because they don't understand that you have a choice. You either get with a capable man or you get with a bum. There is no in between. There's no in between. A lot of men today, they feel like they don't have to give a lot of you women anything. Shaunie was given so much, and I truly believe that, and again, I don't know her mother. I'm not here to disparage her mother, but the fact that she would detail that her mother was happy that she divorced Shaq lets me know her mother was in her ear telling her that she needed to leave Shaq, or giving her advice, or putting tidbits out there to say, hey, I don't like this guy. Why would your mother feel ostracized? Shaq doesn't seem like the type of guy, as strong a relationship he has with his mother, that he would sit there and ostracize Shaunies mother unless Shaunies mother ostracized herself. And for her to be happy, and this is according to her, that in her words, her mother was in heaven when she divorced Shaq. What does that tell you? Now, Shaunie has said other things, right? I think one of the reasons why she feels like she wasn't in love with him is because she thought he was out here cheating. Which is very funny coming from a woman who was accused of cheating before she married her most recent husband. I believe Shaunie was doing her as well. You can't tell me differently. Women like her have egos. The moves that she's made after her divorce tells me that she has an ego, and she's gonna do her. She's not sitting at home wondering when he's coming home. She's out doing her. There's just been, nothing has been put out there yet. But the fact that she's married to another man, and she's writing a book, and she's continuing to talk about Shaq and the marriage. Like, y'all been divorced for how many years? You have grown children now. Why are you still talking about the marriage you have with Shaq years ago? You're still trying to profit off of him, even though you walked away with the golden parachute, a golden divorce parachute. You still can't stop monetizing your divorce, because that's what this is. Shaunie O'Neal is monetizing her divorce. And this is what these women do. The heifer that Tiger Woods broke up with, he never married her, right? He broke up with her. He had her staying in one of his mansions. He kicked her out of that. And she thought she was going to sue him because she felt like she deserved more. She felt like she deserved more. Entitled heifers. In the end, she got nothing but embarrassment. But again, she signed an NDA. She wanted to break that NDA, and she thought that by making these outrageous claims against Tiger Woods, she was going to be able to break her NDA and write books and do interviews about Tiger Woods. This is what these women, and these women claim to be educated. They claim to be they don't need a man. Yes, you do. Because all a lot of you do is monetize your disdain for your exes. Doing these interviews. This is what you do. And when I look at Shaunie, this is a woman who years later, like that, you with another man, you married to another man, and you're still talking about Shaq, and you're trying to make him look bad. You talking about how you wanted to be free. You didn't want to be married to him anymore. So you took his money, and now you're tricking it off on other men, allegedly. This is what these women want. All these women do is get divorced, they get their settlements, and they go trick off on bums, on broke beta males who will never have the type of success that their exes had. So you know what they do? They monetize bitterness towards their exes, and y'all wonder why red pill content exists? You wonder why red pill content exists? Because we see the play that you're running. We know the script that you're reading, and we know the game that you're playing. This is why I feel like men should never marry. It's the more successful you are, don't marry these heifers. Don't marry them, because they're going to show a lot of bitterness when it's over. And you would think, okay, her and Shaq have a good co-parenting relationship. You would think so, right? But you don't see Shaq writing books talking about how he was never in love with Shaunie. But here is Shaunie once again, years later. How many years has it been since they've gotten a divorce? And you still talking about you laying up with another man who's a pastor. Y'all can't pray together and really work on the things spiritually to help yourself. You can't move forward. No, you got to write a book to continue to make Shaq look bad, because I don't know if it's a situation where Shaq never tried to get back with her. Shaq is living his life. Shaq has doubled and tripled his wealth since his divorce, and maybe that grinds her gears. She feels like she's owed more, because that's what it looks like. Just imagine if Shaq said, even though I have all these children with this woman, I was married to this woman, I never loved her, I stayed with her because she had my kids. Just imagine the fake outrage that would be out here. But you're not going to see it, because, you know, a lot of women like her get away with this BS. So let me know what you think in the comment section.
But yeah, man, that does seem to be the end of the video. So let me know what you guys think about all of this, and subscribe for more content, man. But my opinion on this whole situation, overall, bro, you can't blame the woman, man. Overall, bro, Shaq came out and basically admitted to her, basically apologizing, saying he knows it was all his fault. He basically said, it's all my fault, I'm sorry. And Shaunie just wasn't buying it. You get what I mean? But overall, bro, you can't act like Shaq was perfect, bro. Heck no, man. Sure, he gave her the lifestyle that she wanted, but when it comes to the love and other things, man, it just didn't go that way. You get what I mean? Money can't buy someone happiness and love, if you get what I mean. So you can't really be surprised at their divorce, man. But at the end of the day, man, I've heard some crazy stories about Shaq. Crazy factual stories about Shaq being a LA Crip, or being associated with LA Crips at one point in his life, and getting someone knocked off for, you know, trying to tell his wife that he was cheating on her. You get what I mean? One of his enemies we're gonna tell his wife that he was secretly cheating on her. So, you know, it's a lot, man. So you can't really blame the woman alone. You can't really blame Shaunie. You get what I mean? At the end of the day, man, Shaq has done a lot of crazy things at the end of the day, man, to make her feel very unhappy and not loved. But yeah, man, you can't really blame Shaunie alone. Shaq has done his fair shares as well. I'm not saying Shaunie is in the right, but at the end of the day, man, Shaq isn't perfect himself. So that's all I'm gonna say. He may have provided her with the perfect lifestyle, the money, but at the end of the day, he lacked a lot of other things to make her feel happy, man. That's all I'm saying. But overall, gonna end the video here. Let me know what you guys think, and subscribe for more content, and peace out.